Hello you guys, welcome to Beauty in the Garden. I'm T. So earlier today I decided to go ahead and do a live, but you guys, for some reason it was just so bloody and the signal was just awful. So I'm coming back on to actually just do it really shortly to try to give you guys a quick update on how I got to this process of getting my onions preserved. So first thing first, we're gonna go ahead here to my prep sink. So I have my prep sink here. Okay, so right here is my prep area. What I did was already went ahead and cleaned up my onions, which you guys can kind of see. I've already cleaned up all of the old foliage that was on my plants. Okay, so I'm gonna take them all out now, just like this. Take it over to my cutting board and finish the last bit up. And then I was trying to keep you guys updated on how I got to this point. So prepping your food is making sure that you clean them really thoroughly. Okay. Let's see if you can shine. What I'm doing is I'm gonna clean them up real thoroughly. Okay. Just like this. So I'm gonna make this really quickly for you guys. I hope the live does load properly so you guys can kind of see a little bit more information on this, but I'm gonna try to put everything into a shorter video today. All right, so we cleaned up our onions. We got it down to that nice soft flesh. Okay. So we got that done. All right. We got our onions prepped right here. And then we're going to go ahead and rinse off and get all of the greens, because this is what we're going to be dehydrating to make green onion powder. Okay. Gather those all up. All right. Get those ready for the dehydration process. All right. Okay, so now that we have everything nice and clean, what we're going to do now is prep the onions. I will be cutting the onions bottoms, and I'm going to be saving them at least 1 inch to 1.5 inches. And we're going to be planting those later on. Not in this video, but later on. So I have them in water so that the roots won't dry out. These here. So here's some of the onions that I prepped earlier. Okay, you guys see there? so that is done, and on to the next part is to chop up all the greens, okay? Clean this out, get all of the damaged greens, clean it all out, okay? We don't want any of this in our dehydrator. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. I did do a live, so if you guys had tuned into the live and was able to actually hear and see the video, that's great. But for everybody else, you guys, I'm sorry, we got a rush clip, okay? But I'm just going to chop it up roughly about an inch. Okay, about an inch slices, so an inch and a half. It all depends on how thick you would like them. You know what, that's it for me. I can just get rid of the rest of those, but here is the onions chopped, and I showed you guys in the live, but I'm going to show you guys again. But this is the burp lids that I'm using on my big mouth jars that I'm going to be using to put my dehydrated green onions. It comes with a device that helps suck the air out of your jar. And I have here is some humidity in your jar, okay? So that gives you a good idea like what temperature. And I do have this, you guys, in the description box. And as well, right here is these little tabs you put inside your jars to control the humidity as well. Keep all your lovely dehydrated foods dry. And here's what the lid looks like. You just sit this device right on top of it. Let the air suck out of the jar, just like that, okay? Just like that, and that's that. And your jar is sealed. It gives you a little bit more instructions on how to make sure that the air stays sucked out of your jar. You do have to repeat the process until it's completely sealed, okay? So we have our green onions. It's already chopped up. We have our onions that we're going to be utilizing in the kitchen, and then we have our roots that are right here that we're going to be popping back into our garden. And as well, right here is the dehydrated onions that I did in the live, so you guys can see how they are turned out. They're beautiful. You guys can see there, a little bit longer on them, not much longer, but that is it. And we have our dehydrated onions. Now you can grind them up in a bullet or something like that and make green onion powder. You can leave it like this and toss them into soup. So we really just utilize the whole entire onion. We have it dehydrated. We can make pesto out of some of these beautiful greeneries here. And as well, we have our fresh onions that we can utilize in any of our meals, our salads, caramelize them. Just enjoy them in any dish that you prefer. And then we have our roots, you guys, that we're going to pop back into the garden and let them go ahead and restart themselves and give us another nice little onion again. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial on a brief update on the onions. I'm sorry, you guys, that the live did not pan out as well. And as well, before we do get off, if you do not have a dehydrator, there are other options. It might not be something that you're into, but if you are, let me show you exactly what I mean. So I do have another way that you can dehydrate your green onions as well. So as you can see here, I have my green onions right here on the sheet pan right here. You can actually just place them high up, just like this. can actually place them high up and let the sun actually dry your onions just like this. And believe it or not, it works really well. I don't have a big dehydrator, so if you want to dehydrate some of your things, you cut them really thinly, you place them in direct sun, and basically what will happen is they will actually dry out from the sun, and this works really fine. But just wanted to give you guys a quick idea of how you can go about drying your produce without actually having a dehydrator. But my dehydrator actually is pretty ready, so I can actually go ahead and dehydrate these without putting them in direct sun. And since it's so late, I'm just gonna pop mine into the dehydrator. Now, I do have this dehydrator, you guys, in the description box below if you guys are interested in that, and as well with the burp lids and the humidity tabs if you're interested in those, and as well the humidity thermometers that tells you what the humidity is in your jars and the temperature as well. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget, you guys, to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I do upload a video. And like I always tell you guys, remember, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now.